Thank you to Acorns and Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are back for Cobra Kai Season 6, Episode 12, or Episode 2 of Part 3. I guess we'll just call it Episode 12. Hope you guys have been enjoying this season. Really love that first part. Before we kick things off, even though we just finished Part 1 a few minutes ago, just going to check in on everyone's feelings beforehand. Andrew, how you feeling, my man?
I'm rattled like this episode, but I'm doing great. No, that first episode was great. I think it's one of my favorite first episodes. Is this technically a first episode because it's
right?
Part 3?
Yeah.
We can call it one.
It's been a long day. I've had a lot to do today, but Cobra Kai always seems to get me in a happy, jovial mood. So I'm such a diehard fan of the franchise, as everyone knows. So yeah, I like that, and I like where it's kind of setting up for. I think we talked a lot about closure in in the review, but I think it's going to be closure, hopefully for us as fans. Even though I know we got the movie coming out as well, but I just mean from a series. So I think it's set up for that closure for us as fans.
That's so true. Great points. Great points all around. John, how are you feeling?
I am just savoring these moments because it's funny. We mentioned in the Spider-Man Friendly Neighborhood, one of those videos, that, it's become a real joy shooting those episodes and something to look forward to. And this, in a different kind of way, but in a similar emotional way, has kind of represented that for me. Like, this is some special that rolls around every once in a while. And for a while now, the three of us have gotten to share. And it's going to be over soon, and I'm going to miss it a lot. And, I know we have Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan getting together to look forward to, but, this has been such a joy, and it's the right pitch of a show tonally for the three of us, I think, to really, get into. So thank you guys for just, for this being possible.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. Like I said, I like the first part of this and of this Part 3, and talked a little bit in between about some other stuff, and I always get a little bit nervous sometimes bringing things up, but I feel like I'm around guys in my life who I can trust to be honest about certain things going on. So thank you, gents, for being receptive. You're good peeps. Anyway, what was that conversation? Leave a like on this video. That would be very much appreciated. Subscribe and click that bell to get notified when our reaction is up for the next one. And of course, Prepper, I'm going to assume you have done a great job editing this. Just the fact that it's visible on YouTube is good enough. And Patreon, my goodness, super sexy rejects. So many of you guys have pledged, saved us time and time again. Wonderful extension of the Reject Nation. Over there, you get the full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy. And of course, John and I cover several things over there exclusively with highlights and watch-alongs included. Last thing, I really do want to give a mention, Multicon, February 22nd. All of the real rejects will be there having a panel, and we will get to talk with everyone who wants to talk to us. We will not be shy, and myself and Koi are hosting 2 other panels in addition because there's people way more famous than us who are going there. So go ahead. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's in LA. Please attend, and all contributions go to support victims of the recent wildfires here in Los Angeles. All of the money goes to them. Thank you guys so much. Let's get into this. Two months later.
Every episode.
Right back to the Sekai Taika.
It's been a month since the decision to resume the Sekai Taikai.
Oh, a company meeting, huh?
I mean,
All right, let's get back to training, boys.
Our remaining fighters are hard at work.
Part of the fun of the journey has been seeing Tory.
there you go.
World champions.
Part of the fun has been seeing these guys get better at martial arts over the years.
Our tournament will now reach an audience far greater than before. The winning fighters and dojos will reap the benefits of victory.
Oh, Demetri.
Oh, Kenny.
The stakes.
Chozen's back there. Or was Chozen earlier. There's a lot of people missing from the first episode of this part.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm here in the valley.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
you guys called it, and we got the whole board from the Valley.
To ensure this competition concludes without any more drama.
Oh, but TNT loves drama.
Come on, this should be easy.
I like a hot dog as much as the next person.
I cannot afford to pay for 3 different vegan food vendors.
Oh, God.
People need to eat, Gavin. This isn't the Fire Festival.
You weren't worried about cutting costs when you cut my blue mat.
Oh, Fire Festival. Very topical.
Blue mats had a fungus that the lab deemed a health hazard.
I've been saying for years it's a mistake to have so many bare feet in a moist gymnasium.
No wonder you've been divorced so many
What?
times, George.
No one likes moist.
Enough.
Quit!
We'll have 1 vegan food vendor, and 50% of all T-shirt sales will go to the Sekai Taikai discretionary fund.
Someone died recently, man.
Is no one concerned about the e-tickets?
Now, what the hell is wrong with paper?
Apart from the fact that it's the 21st century?
I'd go with e-tickets.
You also want to roll back the clocks to when women couldn't vote?
If it'll shut you up, then yeah.
Damn, dog.
This dysfunction will cease when I raise the microphone to resume the tournament. We will project complete professionalism.
Does he do the microphone?
You raise
Yeah.
the microphone.
Because he did it in season 4 finale.
I'll be the master of ceremonies.
Oh, no.
Austria or Slovakia, wherever the hell you from.
Wow.
But you in the valley now. The way you're doing things around here.
Do we? Do we?
Oh, my goodness.
We'll settle it the old way.
Ooh.
What's the old way?
Oh, wow. Let's go.
I'm still not sure what we're supposed to be doing.
Whoa. My
Whoa.
dude.
Any other objections?
Overruled.
He was a former champ.
And you thought he was just a suit. I know. They did say in the last episode he fought in it.
Damn, what a cross-section of our society.
I mean, that's how they do it in the valley. Grown up here our whole lives, and I don't know what the tough strength attitude is around here that they talk about in this show.
I love that Chozen is gardening. That was such a big thing for Miyagi in Karate Kid Part 2, which he ruined. His gardening.
Yes.
Can't remember the last time we were in Ojai.
Well, what about you?
Ojai's lovely.
I'm binging Star Wars. Only have 16 episodes left.
You're gonna watch 8 hours of people scavenging through abandoned storage units?
Yeah, man.
People all over the world do it.
Mr. Toguchi.
And
This guy.
that's a reference to Karate Kid Part 2 when the male guy brought it to Mr. Miyagi.
Hey, this is some place you have here.
Same thing.
Outside yard, you'd never know it.
Said the exact same lines in Karate Kid Part 2.
He escaped the hex.
From Kumiko.
From Kumiko.
Oh,
shit.
It was from Kumiko's aunt, the letter in the second movie. Wow.
She apologizes for not returning my call. Says she did not get the message for a long time.
Not called back.
Problem with phone company.
He's really reacting to every sentence here.
Is she getting married?
She says that she loves me.
Aww.
Oh, but
Who was that gay guy who opened the door?
As a friend.
Aww. He wasn't a gay guy.
Oh.
Chozen, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's her loss.
we should fight her.
How could she not want to be with someone who had a knife at her neck years ago?
I confuse friendship for love.
That happens, man. Everyone here has fallen in love with me at least once. You know it.
You didn't see him in Spain. He was a mess. He's gonna mix up a dozen Long Island iced teas and go on a bender.
I was going to say cut to Chosen with a giant gallon of ice cream.
Who's going to watch him?
Lil will bring him with us.
Wow.
Winnie Taylor has been asking me to set her up. We can make it a double date.
Wow.
Oh, my.
I wonder if he's over at Camp Dion.
It's a couple glasses of Chardonnay and some light conversation. Unless you think he's better off here.
Do not bid over 900, you ass!
It's over 900.
Okay, we have extra socks, phone charger.
Hey, got room in there for this?
But
When I was born, my mom got a flat, went to the hospital. She got the rest of the way on roller skates.
Oh, he directed this episode?
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, it just said William Zabka directed by.
cool.
Fortunately, if our car breaks down, we can call an Uber.
Oh, no way. It's a total crapshoot with those drivers.
Then we can just call Amanda.
The LaRussos everywhere.
Amanda, should we add that name to the list?
You want to name our daughter after your co-sensei's wife?
You know, when you mention it like that.
Lol.
Johnny, han considerado...
I'm naming my daughter Tara Erickson. What is that?
You got to get married.
Bring baby into house of sin.
You got to get married, bro.
We are kind of doing things a little backwards, aren't we?
Oh, okay.
All right, don't worry. I'll make things right.
They're honoring Christian values here.
Not with me. Make right with him.
Oh.
They're honoring Christian values.
Get baptized, Johnny.
Shows that are really dope. I mean, a lot of this is about self-belief.
And
but not about like faith.
So, you hear anything from MIT?
Change his hair.
Yeah, looks good.
I just didn't know what to tell you. It's gonna be a no-go.
That's sad.
I'm sorry, Eli.
It's all good though. I got into Caltech.
Yeah, way to go, Eli.
Honestly, it would have been my first choice if you were going there too. I'm still pretty stoked.
Oh,
Demetri can switch.
If this really is our last rodeo, I'm glad we're going out with a bang.
Trying to get us back on Demetri's side, and it's working.
There he is, the future champion of the Sekai Taikai.
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, nobody scored a point on Axel all tournament.
Yeah? Well, that's about to change.
We could give him laxatives.
or they can just get him distracted with Sam.
Yeah.
Worked with them, or with Robby, rather.
I feel like
do
when
like a Rocky IV montage.
I feel like when Axel sees Sam, he gets more powered up.
LaRusso, what are you doing here?
Oh, join Miyagi-Do.
I know we have to fight each other in the semis, but I figured if I'm gonna fight the best, I wanna train with the best.
Wow, she's really going the extra mile.
I quit.
Those eggs cost $1 million.
Aren't they $379, right?
Have you talked to Robby about this?
I don't need to talk to Robby.
They break up?
I'm not putting that Cobra Kai gi back on ever again. You're not gonna convince me otherwise.
Her co-captain died.
Yeah.
That means I advance to the finals.
And also, her mom passed away earlier, too.
I know, but I mean, with the fight.
Yeah. I just mean she's dealing with a lot of loss.
Nobody deserves to get their ass kicked more than that bitch.
Then help me train to beat her.
I follow that girl on social media. I don't know if I mentioned that last.
She's got social media? What's it? I don't get that.
Great fighter.
He's talking about Zara, guys.
Great fighter.
Oh, they know.
Zara of the Iron Dragons.
I'm getting notes of ripe huckleberry in here.
Yeah. What does a huckleberry even taste like?
I don't know.
Val Kilmer would know.
Chozen, you're really gonna like Winnie.
It's a dessert wine.
Sam goes to school with her daughter Moon. She loves nature and balance and all that crunchy stuff.
Forget Winnie, man. Move on to Amanda.
You look at this place? Oh, hey!
Oh,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley?
Again. Yeah.
We went to the same high school, but obviously she was a few years ahead of me.
Holy shit.
Please meet our friend Chozen Toguchi.
Chozen.
Saved by the Bell.
Did you know it's derived from two words meaning honesty and integrity?
Is she very spiritual?
Oh, I did not know that.
Is he actually charmed or annoyed?
I can't tell.
I just got a Reiki treatment.
Here you go.
I know it's a Japanese spiritual practice. Have you tried it?
Have not.
My healer Avram is amazing. He'll change your life.
In Okinawa, we have a saying, Reiki wa detarame da.
Uh-oh.
Which means Reiki is bullshit.
It feels nice, though.
My man.
It's very soothing.
I always love Chozen speaks his heart.
Can you believe, Winnie, that our girls are off to college?
Oh my gosh, Amanda, I am so not ready.
Oh, this one too.
Wow, her character from Showgirls had daughters.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Jesse Spano really grew up.
No one prepares you for how emotionally devastating it is when your first child leaves the nest.
Oh,
Oh, boy. Poor Daniel.
My biorhythm still hasn't recovered. Even weekly sound baths, crystal healing.
That is because crystals are also bullshit.
My man.
I love that delivery. Oh, let me tell you why. Because that's a
I want to see a spin-off of Daniel. And, oh, look who's back.
What brings
Jeff
you
Bezos.
in, man?
Yeah, funny. No, it's Lex Luthor.
Do you have one of those boxes where a guy can tell a stranger everything he's doing wrong?
I'm happy to see Bobby back. It's been a while.
Confessionals are only in Catholic churches, but you can talk to me.
Be a friend.
I think I've been to this church.
All right, well, as you know, me and my lady are having a baby.
Yes.
Guys, remember, he's not a priest. He's a pastor.
The thing is, Carmen and I aren't married.
Oh, and you think God is going to have a problem with you bringing a baby into the
Are
world?
they going to have a Lethal Weapon 4 scene?
God's not going to punish you for not being married.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Have they dealt with Christianity before?
That's a relief.
Not this directly, I don't
Yeah, this is like very, very much there. It is a thing, though.
Yeah, I was going to propose a few months back, but I ended up getting tanked and took on 5 ninjas. My buddy got 70 stitches, didn't feel like the right moment. Then I was going to do it after the Sekai Taikai, but after what happened in Barcelona, I just figured we win the tournament, and we get more kids in the dojo, and I can afford a real house.
Yeah.
Woof.
I was going to propose the day we moved in. I just wanted everything to be perfect.
Dude, call that guy with the houses.
I think they said that house sold.
He's got more houses.
You're right, he did say it.
When's the last time things felt perfect?
After I won the All Valley, holding the trophy up there with you guys, I felt unstoppable.
Yeah.
What were the names of those two chicks from East Valley who hooked up with that night? They were so hot. They were wild.
My point is,
I like
life's
that.
not perfect.
It's a good way to deflect, thinking about the old good times.
The hope is the good ones win. But if you're waiting around for things to be perfect before taking the next step, your feet are going to get awfully stiff.
That's a good lesson.
Don't sleep on your own happiness, Johnny. Take the leap. Just do it.
Oh,
Hell yeah, man.
a great scene.
Yeah.
That's a great punctuation on that. Oh, how nice.
We're still bros at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Tanya and Lorraine.
Yes.
Tanya and Lorraine.
That was great. Yeah, he remembered.
Whoa, what do we got going on here?
Or fight.
Yes. Fun.
What does it do?
Put these on.
Oh my God, they should
I
do a
like-
sequel show like 20 years from now.
I like binary augmented retro framing better.
Let's
I understood
do
that. What is going on right now? This is some
B Bros. Let's go.
What's up?
Whoa!
Oh my
What
God.
the-
This is ridiculous.
This
That's
is.
cool.
Hey man, AI is really come leaps and bounds.
so insane.
This is not where I thought this episode was going to go.
First we got
Floss.
the fantasy world in Japan, and now we got the sci-fi show.
We uploaded all the data from Axel's fights to develop a predictive algorithm that can be fed to Miguel's headphones.
So today, Miguel's Axel. With more reps than you'd be able to get at the tournament, this is a pretty good chance to juice your odds.
Yeah, but he's still not going to be able to fight like Axel.
I mean, Axel has strength.
That's the problem with this.
That's
But it's
Axel's
got
main
haptic.
component.
It's got haptic augmentation though.
I only have a 12% chance of winning.
Think about it. No one was able to get a point on the guy, and the last person to fight him ended up dead.
Not because they were fighting him, because they had a knife in their hands.
Pretty great place to build from.
And we'd be bummed if he died.
That's
This morning
bad
you woke up dead.
comparison.
All right, we are going to start you guys off a little slow. It takes a couple of moves to get it dialed in, all right?
I would have animated that in a more rudimentary. Lol. I love this.
This is insane.
Like if they just made him look like an animated character, this would work better. Oh, ow.
No, he's got the psychological element he has to get over.
Yeah, from that perspective, I get
He's
that,
also not
but-
as tall as Axel. So many things are wrong with what they just
It's
said.
fine. Just
oh my
buy
God.
into it.
I will, Andrew. I've done it.
My dad's a former board member, so lifetime privileges.
Dang.
Must be nice.
Special treatment.
Things were a lot different the last time we were here.
Is that season 4 where she got the beneficiaries of the official?
Well, you better still fight like you hate me.
I wonder if they got the same location from Karate Kid 1 and 3.
Is that so?
Curious.
Oh, this is cool.
I love how their friendship has developed so much into something that feels very genuine too, and not just manufactured.
Our little girl is about to move across the world and never speak to us again. When we're awake, she'll be asleep. And when she's awake, we'll be asleep.
You might not want to talk
And
to
you
her.
know how she loves to sleep in. It'd be a miracle if she ever picks up that phone again.
You can
Golly.
visit her too. I mean, there's ways of figuring this out.
Ugh.
Could you,
That was a swig. All these years of dealing with karate, he forgot about like, oh yeah, my family.
Kind of. I mean, that's what Matt has been complaining about a lot of this time.
How about I give you a reading?
Only thing more foolish than crystals is tarot cards.
Was there any part of you that was looking forward to this date?
I mean, she still looks pretty great, man.
She's, yeah, lovely.
I had just received a letter with sad news. Daniel and Amanda did not want to leave me alone.
Is she doing a tarot
Juice
card
those
reading?
cards up. Yeah. It's exactly what you need.
They insisted I come here, drink wine, and meet stranger.
Brought up
Oh.
Storage Wars. I love it.
That's a good way to put that. Meet a stranger.
I'm really sorry you're having a bad day. While I appreciate them trying to set us up, there are worse afternoons than watching Daryl Sheets overpay for a box of used vacuum cleaner filters.
Hey, Storage Wars came back. I love it.
You are a fan of Storage Wars.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My whole DVR is full of trash reality TV.
Well, same.
Finally found something in common.
Too hot to handle.
No.
Love after rock.
What about Vanderpump Rules?
Vanderpump Rules! Those people are terrible.
What do you got to lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Dear me.
change his state so he can be receptive.
The magician. And it was right there. Like, that was really lovely. What a bow.
Oh, we are going the Lethal Weapon 4 route. But do you think it's going to be that right before she has the baby we're going to do it?
Uh-oh.
Order her Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, we signed up for a class.
Is this the cannon? Is this a riff on the cannon?
I'm sure you could just get Demetri and Hawk to build you some type of device that could teach you how to do all these things.
Yes. Robot to cook a meal to dress you.
You're not going to be able to afford any of this. Oh, he does have a good paying job now, right?
Watch,
Although
he's going to wear the Dumb and Dumber tux.
Yeah. The other guy's wearing the Dumb and Dumber tux.
Fight.
This is wild.
Ow.
Ugh.
Something's off. Robbie's odds are dropping faster than a quantum particle in a gravitational field.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
At least we're getting their super nerdy side now.
Yeah.
That is quantum.
Did you over-calibrate the predictive algorithm or something?
Are you seriously asking me whether I know how to design an AI-based battle module? Your VR overlay probably has some lag in it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Binary bros.
The AI's
Just fine.
calibrating. So.
Yeah, and we rushed the prototype, so...
What's he at? Negative percentage now? 4%.
4%?
Oh, my goodness.
The headset's not the problem.
Oh.
It's here, guys.
The headset's pretty perfect. It really looks like he's in the room.
Yeah.
Damn. Look at her arms. She is cut.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wowie.
I love all their pointless flips in this show.
Yeah. That's what it takes to be a winner.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
Whoa.
I always wanted to learn how to do
Damn.
that. Whoa.
All right, that was pretty sick.
This is a surprisingly good fight for just them warming up and training.
Huh?
Oh my God, they're going to hook up.
Do it.
That's what happens when women bond.
It's being back up here again, doesn't it?
I guess so.
That's why you can't quit. You've come so far. We have come so far.
Should you give it a rest already? I told you I'm done.
Please, just help me understand.
Just like Daniel had to talk with her when she was afraid to fight her.
Because every time I put on that gi, it destroys everything that matters to me. I ruin my relationships with my friends and Robbie. I'm not doing any of that ever again.
Whoa. Ooh.
This is such good writing.
I can't blame you.
Here she comes.
Oh my God, he's gone all out.
This is reminding me of Karate Kid 2010 playing the violin.
It's Miguel.
Carmen, will you make me the hack?
No.
False alarm, girls. Take 5.
No. She might be right behind.
¿Hiciste todo esto?
I took a cooking class, had a little incident with the truffles. Kind of one of those you break it, you buy it situations.
Oh my.
Looks good in a suit, man.
I just want our girl to come into the world with 2 parents who are in it for the long haul.
Oh.
Aww.
I'll marry you.
Déjame ver.
Oh, that's not a bad ring either, Jam.
There's my mom's. He stopped by Sid's today and he agreed to give it to me.
Oh, well, I'm not going to see Sid. Obviously, he's off screen because Ed Asner.
I'm sorry for pressure. Baby no bastardo. Baby lucky.
Beautiful.
Carmen lucky.
A very sweet performance. Like, oh, what a great moment for her.
Yeah.
Hey, Carmen. Wait. Now? Like right now.
Baby time. Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh my God, it is. Yeah, he's got to propose to her. Oh, he's got to have to propose to her before she has the baby. You're right.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Her water broke.
Yeah.
We will draw a card for your past, your present, and then your future.
My past is very complicated. Cards will not understand.
Reversed hermit.
Ooh.
A severe loneliness. You set forth with noble intentions.
It's becoming a believer, guys.
Your path is challenged by life or death danger, usually of your own making.
Oh, you could probably change that one, Kim Sang-young's heart.
What does next one say?
Oh no, not a tower, please.
Death card.
It is a metaphorical death of old self.
Nope.
No, literally it means that someone you know is gonna die.
No. No, that's not it.
Maybe even more than one person.
Oh my God.
That's not it.
The Empress.
Ooh.
This card tells me that the journey you've been on will soon end, and someone who matches your strength and resolve
Oh, yeah, he's going to find her. He'll pull her out.
We'll be waiting on the other side.
Waiting for what?
That is up to you. A partnership?
Love conquers all.
Maybe something more? A love match?
Oh, a Reiki class.
What do you think, though, with Kim Daeon?
Yeah, that's what I said 20 seconds ago.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I know.
There is. But we are from different worlds.
She's a grandfather killer.
Yep.
It is not possible.
The only thing that is not possible, Chozen, is the journey which you do not take.
Yep, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Ironic to be
Gretzky,
called
Michael
chosen when this is about choice.
Thank you, Winnie-san.
Winnie-san.
Kari?
Let us sleep together
Kari?
before I die.
Remember
We will have wild
you guys
throws.
remember Kari? That's what he said to Terry Silver, which gave away that he was from Okinawa.
That was his 3 moment, yeah.
So what's it like fighting with that thing on?
It's pretty realistic.
Looks like he should be playing laser tag with that thing.
Okay, you can beat Axel. I know I'm a good fighter, but clearly I'm not the best. The numbers prove it. Screw the numbers.
It's a confidence problem, man.
So what, you're gonna give up just because Axel scored a couple of hits and you didn't? What about our first All Valley when I beat you? How come you didn't give up then?
Because you weren't Axel.
Because you knew how hard you worked. And you weren't gonna give up fighting just because it wasn't easy.
A fight shouldn't be easy.
Numbers are for all that matters is whether or not you want to win.
Numbers are for
Johnny's teaching.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just like what Johnny taught him, for sure.
It's scary how much you just sound like my dad right now.
Yeah.
Look, we both know Sensei probably failed math, so it's not that big of a stretch.
Yeah.
I almost thought he was going to say quiet to that.
Wow. Their friendship, too. This growth. God. I love it.
Cool.
I love how he's becoming his mentor.
Yeah.
Or his like best friend who helps guide and pulls him out.
And this is a
Both
good
of them.
mirror, yeah.
I feel like they're the real star. Well, they've become the real stars of the show. These 4.
Totally.
Yeah, they're the next generation.
I'm sorry for pushing. I wasn't appreciating how hard all this is for you.
Yeah.
I was finally on a good track, and then my mom died and my whole world blew up. I thought going back to Cobra Kai was my only option.
It's the challenges.
But all it did was ruin every relationship I've ever cared about. And I'm lucky Robby and I are even talking.
That's good. I didn't know that.
If I go back to Cobra Kai, I know it'll be the thing that ends us for good.
Robby loves you. I wouldn't agree with that.
Miguel thinks I'm going to UCLA, but the truth is I might be going somewhere a lot further than that.
Ooh, boy.
There's this year-long program in Okinawa.
Damn. That's awesome, though, for her.
I grew up hearing my dad's stories, and Mr. Miyagi was basically my grandfather.
Makes sense why she would want to go there.
I've just always really wanted to go, but I don't know how to tell Miguel.
Well, just don't do what I did. Keeping secrets from the people you love will only hurt them worse. When you make your decision, just be honest.
But if Miguel loves you, he'll let you go.
You and Miguel figure it out.
Miguel can go with her. He could be a karate teacher or something.
I guess that's...
Nobody's gonna think badly of you for finishing this fight. You might not have gone back to Cobra Kai in the best headspace, but you're not gonna lose your friends. I can promise you that we have your back, no matter what logo's on it.
Bar.
Plus, I was kind of looking forward to seeing how hard you could kick Zara in the face.
Yeah.
The girl you follow.
Yeah,
and
everyone
catch-
should follow her.
catch
She's
it on
pretty
social
good. She's
media,
Pretty good
yeah.
martial artist, man.
It's only appropriate for Tori to do that because she kind of slept with Robby, so.
Oh my God.
We gotta go.
Whoa, wait a second. We just had 3 bottles of wine. I can't drive.
I can't.
What?
No, I can't.
No, what information did they just get?
I love that was her response. Hey.
I like how Miguel is moving his body kind of like Axel.
Yeah, this is more of a mental thing than a strength thing.
How about I visit Pasadena in the winter, and you come to Cambridge in the spring?
Classes at Stanford in the summer.
Hey.
Awesome, hell yeah.
Hey, binary bros.
I'm going to destroy Axel.
The news they got is the pregnancy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I blanked.
You need the pillow? Let me get you an extra pillow. Where's the emergency call button on this thing?
Johnny, I'm fine. I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Let's go get the rabbi in here.
All right, I wanted the circumstances to be different, but there's no time like the present.
Oh, there isn't.
Carmen, you're the woman of my dreams.
Oh.
You made me a better man.
You really did.
I can't wait to see what a badass mom you're gonna be to our girl. You make me so happy, but there's only one thing that makes me happy.
Oh.
Carmen Diaz, will you be my wife?
Johnny,
Come on.
you've changed my life completely, and I love you.
Yes.
I got scared there for a sec.
Yeah.
I almost thought she was going to say no.
Yes.
I mean, I figured a yes was coming, but the way she said it, I thought a but was coming. That's great.
I can't wait to marry you.
I'm so glad you said that.
Does he have someone there? Bobby.
Guys, it's all.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. I thought he had Bobby there maybe to help marry them.
Let's do it.
Oh
my God.
This is so sweet.
Oh, wow. You guys made it back? Holy shit.
Bobby is there. Yes.
Hey, man.
Is he going to marry them?
Oh, yeah, he is.
I know this probably isn't how you imagined your wedding day.
Okay, so we are doing.
Yeah,
We are doing the Lethal Weapon 4.
Weapon 4 in it.
Don Cuco's later.
I know John understands this reference, right, John?
Always.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Quickly.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the union of two remarkable people.
I love this song.
During this song, take my breath away.
Who will remain best friends no matter what the future brings.
Yeah.
Who will choose to set aside their individual differences.
No.
Because a marriage is about family.
Family, there it is.
The people we choose to surround ourselves with and whom we support each and every day.
Heck
By choosing to be married.
Oh my God, I got goosebumps right now.
And I can say without question, it's a badass family.
It is.
Badass family.
Oh, you're the best, man.
Do you take Carmen to be your wife?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do you take Johnny to be your husband?
I do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Burbank. Are they at Providence or something?
You may now kiss your bride.
Hey. The real karate was the friends we made along the way. Oh, yeah.
Baby.
Right on time.
Baby's coming.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for coming. Time to get the hell out.
Magical.
Best wedding ever.
Beautiful.
Besides yours.
I love an impromptu, not how we planned it wedding scene.
The night before Sam was born, when you told me our lives were going to change forever, and I freaked out.
The only reason I didn't lose my mind was because you were so calm.
It's that Miyagi balance.
This is the most husband and wife I've ever felt like they felt.
Now, this next phase is going to be full of unknowns, but the thing that gets us through it is what always gets us through. We're doing it together.
Ride or die, LaRusso.
Ride or die, baby.
Ride or die.
Forever.
Quarter mile at a time, baby.
You guys ready to meet her?
Yeah.
Hey.
Where's Terry Silver?
Yeah, he should be here. Should be getting his whatever medication.
Aww.
Oh, now Robbie and Miguel are stepbrothers now.
Meet baby Laura. She's
Babe.
named after Johnny's mother.
Oh, no way.
Oh, that's such a perfect name. I love
Laura.
that. The name after his mom. I love that.
Welcome to the valley, Laura. Brothers and I are going to bring you home a trophy.
Over the valley.
And what an arc for Johnny. He didn't run away this time like he did with Robbie being born.
That was like a real ass baby.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
Hey. That was great.
Oh.
So much to unpack.
Golly.
Yeah. All right, I'll admit it, and maybe you guys have noticed. During the holidays, I let myself go a little bit. I put on some weight, and for the past 10 days, I have successfully been in a caloric deficit. This whole new eating regimen, so staying extra hydrated has been quite crucial for me lately. So while I've been drinking tons of water, I've also been incorporating today's sponsor, again, a product I have already been using since before we partnered with them, Liquid IV. So here's why I've been leaning on their sugar-free hydration multiplier. One stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. It's powered by their LIV Hydra Science formula, which delivers 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks, packed with essential vitamins like B12 and vitamin C, giving me that extra boost to support recovery and energy levels. And the flavors, honestly, they're incredible. Sometimes I just mix them with my protein shakes, or I just drink them on their own. Every one I've tried is refreshing, smooth, and doesn't have that overly sweet aftertaste you get with some other products. All in all, I'm very grateful for Liquid IV. Again, I've already been using their product. While this is, yes, an agreed upon endorsement, I was like, well, it's a no-brainer to endorse them, considering how much benefits I feel when I use their product. It's made staying hydrated so much easier. So whether you're working out or cutting calories or just pushing through a busy day and don't want to take caffeine, it's one of the quickest, simplest ways to give your body what it needs to feel its best. So even if you're not on a strict diet or intense workout plan, staying properly hydrated supports energy levels, focus, and just overall wellness. I mean, let's face it, we could all use a little bit more balance in our lives. So if you've been thinking about trying it, or even if you haven't, take this as a sign. The fact that you made it this far, take it as a sign. Head to liquidiv.com and use code REJECTS for 20% off your first order. That's 20% off when you use code REJECTS at liquidiv.com. Give it a try. It made such a difference for me, and I think it will for you too. Thank you again, Liquid IV. Reject Nation, how are you feeling? I've been thinking a lot about feelings lately, maybe because it's New Year's, and New Year's resolutions, they can be tough to stick to, don't you know? I can't count how many times I've set a goal only to let it fizzle out by February. But what if some of those goals could be made automatic? You just need a good transition to talk about it. And you know what? I'm excited to talk about it. And it's today's sponsor, Acorns. Why I'm excited? Because I personally use Acorns myself, so it's exciting just to share it with all of you. Because they make it incredibly easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow. You know, you've always heard that forever. Have your money work for you, and this is a great opportunity to do it. Here's what was told to me before I signed up, and I found it to be absolutely true. Number one, you don't need to be an expert. They recommend a diverse portfolio that fits your goals. You don't need a ton of money. You can start investing with as little as $5 or whatever spare change you got, and it's quick. You can set up your account and start investing in like 5 minutes. Because if you're anything like me, investing always felt intimidating. Felt like it was exclusive for like the people who read Rich Dad Poor Dad when they were like 2 years old. But Acorns, they made it simple, and it is pretty cool, like relief feeling how every month I get to check out my Acorns account, watch it grow for a better financial future. It's pretty awesome. So I've seen firsthand how powerful it can be. And there's also another reject here. Won't say who it is, but it's one of the two women. Good clue. Where they were telling me a story before I signed up for Acorns, how one time it actually got them out of a very big financial bind, and that always stuck with me because it's a reminder that small actions we take today can make a huge difference down the line. If you've been thinking about getting started with investing, or you just know you gotta get it going, here's your sign right now. You head to acorns.com/rejects or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Once again, acorns.com/rejects. Supporting them supports the channel, but more importantly, it supports your bank account. Because of the subject matter, there's one thing I gotta say. Paid no client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisor LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/rejects. Thank you again, Acorns, for sponsoring this video. Yeah, I'm really liking the way this is shaping up. Ladies and gentlemen, we just watched Cobra Kai Season 6, Episode 12? All right. Well, I'll go to you, Andrew, first.
Thanks,
How you
buddy.
feeling, man?
I'm feeling... This is, again, I'm really... So far, I know we're only 2 episodes into part 3. I'm really loving how we're finishing off. Also, it's feeling bittersweet and sad at the same time. But yeah, it's another great episode. And a couple things. One, I really do love this theme that we're trying to do of letting go, obviously with Daniel and Amanda, you know, their feelings towards Samantha of possibly going to Okinawa. Obviously, Miguel's going to have to learn to accept that as well. And it's kind of also a meta thing for us as fans because we're going to have to let go of this as well and learn to accept that. But obviously, we can always come back to the series in terms of reruns. Having said that, there are a couple things I really appreciate about me being a baseball instructor and, you know, things I try to give out to youths and that they can hopefully use in life themselves and also just out in the baseball field. I love that what Johnny is teaching Miguel, he is now using that out into with Robby, and you know he saw that Robby was having a moment there where psychologically he was not in the right frame of mind. So hey, I'm going to use what Johnny was teaching me, and now give that information to you because he saw like I've been in this moment. I have this perspective of being where you've been. Vice versa. Now we got Samantha and Tory. Again, 2 enemies they both were enemies in terms of Samantha and Tory, Robby and Miguel. We've got these great arcs in terms of now they are friends and the great growth and development, but also now Samantha towards Tory. She's having the same talk that Daniel had with her in terms of, I believe it was season 3 after she fought Tory in the fight in the school, and now she's psychologically not in a place where she can fight, but just not fighting against Tory. She's just psychologically down, and obviously they're in a little bit different place in terms of she's dealt with the loss of her mother and dealt with the loss of Quan, so she's just not in the right frame of mind. And Samantha's been there; she understands that, and she's going from what her father has taught her to have this talk with her to get her in the right frame of mind. Right. And that's what I try to instill with my kids. You know, I'm not just trying to teach them the mechanics. I'm trying to teach them the psychological effects as well, the mental stuff. That's what's really important to me because there's going to be times out there where they're going to get, no pun intended, rattled. And I try to make sure that when that happens, don't panic, don't freak out. Remember what we've gone over, what I've taught you. And that way, you can hopefully, if you see that in your teammates, you can instill that into them. And I'm not saying my way is the only way, but, there is a way. And I like that this show is, that's what Karate Kid is really all about, mentorship and, about learning and spreading that good into the universe. And that's what I try to instill into my students. And I love that these kids have learned from two incredible instructors, and they're when they see people in similar circumstances, they throw that out to people in similar situations. And I appreciate that. If someone who is an instructor. And
really
obviously,
beautiful.
yeah, thank you guys. I also really did like, I called them out as they were happening. The one callback that obviously we saw the Lethal Weapon 4, which I won't get too in depth about because
Spoil it for me, Andrew.
No, I'm sure you will react to it at some point. You and hopefully we can get Coy on that one. That'd be fun to do with, even though he's seen those. But anyways, I won't spoil that. But I do like that it was also a callback because we got a Lethal Weapon 2 one earlier in terms of season 6. I think it was episode 3 where the baby reveal. But I did love that Karate Kid 2 where the male guy comes to deliver the note from Okinawa from Komiko. As you guys remember, in Karate Kid Part 2, Mr. Miyagi got a note from Okinawa. It was from Komiko's aunt saying that Mr. Miyagi's father is sick and you need to come to Okinawa as soon as possible. And the dialogue was from the male guy, wow, this place is beautiful. You would never know from the outside. It's so similar. The fact that it was delivered to Chozen, the villain of Karate Kid Part 2, from the reference, man, that's like, I was just all jittery. That's one of my favorite callbacks ever. So I love this episode. It was fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to say one of my favorite episodes, but it was a great episode. I really appreciated, again, just being an instructor, all the things and all the callbacks. And obviously the ending, that was so damn heartfelt. And again, Johnny, his arc, sorry, I will let you go one sec. I know I'm throwing out all the beats here. Just Johnny, his arc, not when Robby was born, obviously his mother had just passed away and he was scared and not going through a good time. And he was not at the hospital when Robby was born. So he failed Robby on his first day. That's not the case here with his new daughter. And I love that they appropriately named his daughter after his mother. I think that's just so beautiful. I'm sorry, I will not talk anymore. Go ahead.
No, everything I would say was really heartfelt and great, man. I appreciate your honesty there.
Truth.
And the mailman is actually the mailman's son from the second Karate Kid.
You know what? I know you're joking, but if we look that up and that's actually the truth, they're like, holy crap, Chris. Actually,
I'm going to assume every incidental character is from
somehow
somewhere.
No,
in
they
the
probably
franchise.
looked on the IMDb cast and said, let's just find a relative of this guy and just put it in.
Yeah. No, I mean, the way they played it felt that way.
Yeah.
John, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling lovely. This was a very cathartic episode. I mean, I flash back to what you were saying in the last review and in between these episodes, kind of about how, like the stuff that we love about the show is the relationships and, the struggles sometimes, but the growth that is born out of those struggles and things like that. And this episode was... I love when in an action-oriented show, any episode where you can take a break from all that, go just delve into everybody's lives for a little bit, and not like it doesn't ever factor in their training and stuff, but this was much more of a character-oriented episode. It has an impromptu wedding scene. All the different character-related ups and downs, Chozen, Robby and Miguel and Demetri and Hawk and all that stuff. I know we're going to get back to the tournament. I know everything's going to ramp back up and we have to wrap up a lot. And so in a 5-episode chunk, you wonder how... I'm glad they spent the time on this. I'm partly like, okay, we got 3 more episodes to do this huge, wrap-up tournament.
Yeah.
And everyone's training as of this episode. And I have a hunch that this is the training episode also, and that's pretty much all that'll be. Which is fine. But I really love the emotional flavors of this and the mirrors. And like you pointed out, all the different instances of mentorship either paying off or being passed forward. People having to kind of get creative and really listen into each other to find the inroad that will create some kind of space or opening to make a little progress, do a little better, or just open yourself up to something new or something that you were, thinking that you had to, kind of turn your back completely on. And maybe there's another way, and it's kind of like you said, that it might not even be my way, but there is a way. And I think that's a theme certainly that was here. I loved the scene in the church, and especially too in a time and place and where it's very easy to kind of look at, I don't know, like Faith, I think somewhat unfairly gets kind of like eye rolled in media, but like that was a great scene where it's like, hey, we don't have confession here, but like you can talk to me and we can sort this out. And luckily they have their friendship. There's other context, but like that was such a beautiful scene in a setting where it's like, yeah, you don't actually have to like come and jump on this dogma necessarily, but like here's what we're really here to do is to create a sense of communal, progress and peace and love, and to work through the hard things gracefully. And that was such a nice moment for that, and such a great growth moment for Johnny, and a great way to have something that's touching and heartfelt, and this pushing this character to grow, but that also really feels like he went and saw a friend. Like it had both. If he was just a priest and we didn't know him, I would think it's an amazing scene too, because the work back and forth, the acting was great, but also, yeah, that context between them two, it served both those purposes in a really nice way. And two, the woman who plays Carmen's mom, like that one scene where they're in
heartfelt.
the proposal that isn't the proposal because it's just her, like her performance in that one little moment, I was like, that's so cool. Like I love when an actor gets the opportunity, because obviously she's just a supporting character and usually is more kind of like in for a humorous beat or something like that. Like, it was a really, really lovely performance from her, and Elizabeth Berkley too. I enjoyed seeing like her energy in this. Like there was just so many fun details, flavors, and like touching things. It made me cry a couple times. And like I love when a show like this can do that so well and so gracefully. So
we left you a lot of talking points. So I mean,
let's talk about
the binary bros. The binary bros.
Let's talk about the AI glasses.
That was amazing.
I get to talk about the thing that I was definitely the thing I took away the most from this episode. Was, holy shit, science fiction technology.
Felt as out of place as that one episode where they went with Kreese to find the dagger.
I really hope most comments are just people wanting to tell me why I'm wrong about that moment and how it's not like, I understand. I could hear all the things. It's not far off from the future. I get it. These guys also built something in a month, probably less than, in order to get this done. They are science fiction characters. Like this is a little excessive. We're not there yet. In real life, Miguel's not the same height as Axel, nor delivers the same strength. I get it's overcoming the psychology. I sure.
But the haptics, Greg, the haptics.
I appreciate a show that goes, it's my final season. I want to try some shit out. We're going to go to Japan and we're going to introduce some like old man Japanese master fantasy shit. And then we're going to go into, and I get it. Yes, there's a time where it's believable, but when the guy's like 150 years old and still able to whoop some ass, it's a little questionable. All right. And then the binary bros. This is what I'm left to talk with, guys. And I think it's really good.
What touched you? What touched you the most?
You guys being touched.
I feel like anything.
I know you were having, and I know you well enough, John, to know that like when we're having you were having a fraught mood with a cluster of things happening, and you expressed how you wanted to zone in. And normally, when you're having something like a day like that, and then you get into a cluster, and you want to, you can experience the catharsis of being moved. So I'm glad. So I was like really happy you got to experience that. It was one of those things where I'm aware that I could hear you and feel you being moved, and so I'm moved by that. I was like, oh, I'm glad John got to have this right now. That's part of the benefit of having an emotional moment, especially in life, if you feel like you really need one, you know. And I feel like you were getting that in that moment. So I was really moved by that, and. Yeah, man, I'm moved by characters, with everything. Like this show is about, like, I love how you said it. It only just dawned on me, like earlier today, that this show is about mentorship. So it's just so funny that that's what you said to me, right? Because one of my problems with the depiction of Japan Cobra Kai entering the Sekai Taikai is that they are. So here's how my brainwave worked to land on this thought about mentorship. Is that when the Cobra Kai Japan people are introduced, they are like phenomenal. They live and breathe. They wake up in their gis. They go to sleep in their gis. They do nothing but train. And then I'm like, there's no world. I still find binary bros developing weird VR technology more believable than the fact that anyone can hold a candle to fighting this Japan Cobra Kai team.
I think they're in Korea.
Sorry, I keep saying Japan. Korea.
It's confusing because they mix some of the
yes. I'm
context
used
up,
to
yeah.
associating
The terms.
Korea with Taekwondo and Japan with karate. That's why.
Well, they use all the Japanese words except for dojang. It's like
got it.
Yeah,
okay. Well, anyway,
yeah.
I don't mean to be. If anyone can make that mistake here, I'm the half Asian one, so I get a little bit of a pass.
Yes.
I get a half of a pass on mixing
and I am
up
virtue
two
signaling by
countries
pointing it out.
that have definitely gotten mixed up before in American media, and I am I'm contributing to that right now. I'm aware.
On purpose.
But anyway, so I thought about like, okay, what happens if I express that thought and of going like, how can Robby possibly take on Quan, you know? And then I was like, whoa, the pushback I would probably get is like, this show is about underdogs and overcoming that. And I went, well, and then they go, oh, you go back to the first Karate Kid movie, right? Which is
Kids in the Valley, though.
It's Kids in the Valley versus the difference is of why Daniel was able to have something is because he had a different sensei. It was about him having Mr. Miyagi that allowed that it's the two-part of Daniel's belief in himself of why he was able to beat Johnny Lawrence, a much more experienced fighter, because so much about that is about mentorship and the sensei.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of that's like not really there in part 1 and part 2 of what I just said.
Sure.
But that is the big theme of Karate Kid, and that is the big theme of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That's how it landed on the mentorship route, where I was like, oh yeah, this show really is about that. And watching the baton passed on, watching them changed via through their senseis is a really, so like swap in the word mentor for sensei, because that's what it's really about. And I don't feel like that's what's demonstrated with the other team anyway. That's a whole other point. Bottom line is I agree with you guys about that. But what is mentorship and what is sensei? It is lifestyle and what kind of leader you are, what kind of philosophies and attitudes do you value and do you live by? So much of what Johnny has had to learn in this season is not just being a different fighter, but changing the way you go about life, because that is the Miyagi-Do way. And now watching the change in characters via Miyagi-Do way of light versus dark, with Cobra Kai representing darkness and then Miyagi-Do representing light, watching how so many people like Tory and Robby come over to the light, Johnny, watching them be imbued by love is really great.
Yeah.
And without the Miyagi-Do way, we just wouldn't have crazy artificial intelligence technology to create this fight program.
I'm gonna have to buy you that for your birthday.
I hope it exists. What I would love is being way wrong and being like, oh wow, there's something that already exists. Like I know there's like VR technology and programming and things you hook up to yourself to do shit. Totally. I'm aware. This is just, it's the fact that these people who are just now going to college and did this in like a couple of weeks to help a friend train.
To make it look like it is literally not even photoreal, like it's just a actual, you're looking at this guy. It's just like, it's like 12 steps. If he was just like a pixelated like guy who kind of has the same coloration, I would have bought it, but the rest of it's that thing where like, you know, really distracting CGI works in a situation where like the rest of the faculties are firing, and it's that thing. It's like, this seems impossible and kind of like a very brightly splashed sort of daub of like sci-fi goofiness, but also like, you know, you kind of get used
Greg's
to it.
having a little bit of a hard time of realistically thinking these guys could compete with Tony Stark with the binary augmented retro framing. I understand. So, but also too, I will say
that is a science fiction world.
Yes,
that is, so it totally works.
I get that.
In a world where Norse gods exist.
Well, and the man built Iron Man suits. I totally understand where this is about the underdog, not about science fiction. But anyways, I understand what you're saying. But, I do like to. I'm fascinated to see where we lead to with Kim Daeon and with Chozen, because I actually did like that in the last thing because I felt like they were both very lonely in terms of like she's very isolated and she's been through physical and emotional trauma in terms of what she had to deal with her grandfather. Obviously, we saw a little bit of the resolve there in terms of what she did to her grandfather. And also with Chozen, like he was led through the wrong path from his uncle Sato. Obviously, he had a little bit of a redemption arc in part 2. But now Chozen has obviously changed the way, so I'm hoping together they can figure that out. But I'm excited to see him because they're obviously going to reconvene at the new Sekai Takai in the Valley. So I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Also, I did forget to I mentioned it while we were reacting to it. I love too that Chozen, the callback I forgot to mention during the review. I love that he was doing the gardening because that was something that was very important to Mr. Miyagi, and he ruined his garden in part 2. So again, I thought that was it was only necessary for Chozen to be doing that. And I love callbacks like that. Sure. Like I think that's where the writers like really lock in and go, okay, this is going to make the fans happy, but it's also not going to be distracting at the same point.
In a way.
No, it's very meaningful, especially to diehards like me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the last thing I'll say, because I think that is a good point about the themes of the show, and I think what has been happening with us kind of processing these chunks of season 6 has been like the first part feels like it rushed a little bit on some of the mentorship beats. And the second part is kind of mostly underdog, and everyone who's a mentor is kind of experiencing a bunch of friction and no one can kind of work together. And now it feels like in this part, we're finally back to like, it's got to be sort of an equal blending of mentorship and underdog, you know? And I feel like at least as of these 2 episodes, we'll see how the rest goes.
Right.
Those 2 things are a bit more harmoniously in focus.
I was going to say, I think there's a lot more, again, we'll see, like you just said, how the last 3 pan out, but I think there's a lot more focus in these 2 episodes. There's not as many characters. Yeah. And I think that does make life easier as a writer because you don't have to balance it out, so to speak.
Well, I think part of the show has been these kids learning that how to be self-reliant, too. That's a big part of why in one of the episodes in part 2, I'm sure Andrew knows exactly which one, in the locker room, when they give the speech to themselves and they say goodbye, where they don't need their sensei's inspirational speech, is a demonstration of them growing beyond needing their senseis. However, I feel like that is a necessary component, so that way they're just not their managers, you know, like they need to actually, I feel like we do kind of need to go back to that a little bit because that's a big part of the show.
Yeah.
So I would like to see like a solid wrap up on that.
No, I agree with you because, and last thing, that's a very big thing in mentorship and teaching. I don't want to have to tell you everything. I want you to have to be able to give you a little bit of teaching and then you grow on your own. So that's why that scene you're just talking about in the locker room, that's one of my favorite scenes in the entire show.
Yeah.
When they were able to come up with that damn inspirational speech that there's nothing that Daniel or Johnny could say that was, or Chozen, that was going to be better than that. Like the fact that you can perceive everything that I'm teaching you and then again come up with it on your own
and find direction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like that's someone who is in a position of inspiring or mentorship. That is our dream, to hear someone like be able to do whether it's students or clients, whatever. That's our dream, to have be able to be in a moment like that. Like, oh my God.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still got 3 more episodes to get from. So leave a like on this video on your way out. Tell us your thoughts down below. How were you affected by it? And also check out Andrew's baseball lessons, where he drives you out to the desert, leaves you bare naked to fend for yourself, and somehow you learn baseball that way.
Yep.
It's the best way
he
to
leaves
learn.
you out there with nothing.
You definitely
He's teaching you life skills.
You definitely get a tan. You definitely get a tan.
Yeah, he leaves you nothing but a batting glove. Good luck, buddy.
Catch the flies to eat for dinner tonight is what he says.
I'd leave you with chopsticks.
If you can dodge a bat, you can dodge a ball.
Hey. Shanghai Noon.
Not bad. Josh Asano. Josh. Okay, so you're not Doctor Who, and you're in a little Taekwondo uniform. What do you think Josh means?
I think the name Josh means jewel.
I think it means Jesus.
All right, let's look it up.
Okay, Josh, name meaning. Let's go. The name Josh is a shortened version of Joshua.
Damn, you're so close. Every time you're so much closer.
I cheated on this one because of history, which means Yahweh is salvation or God rescues. It comes from the Hebrew name Yenoshua. I feel like, Jesus was often or sometimes alternately referred
Yahweh
to
is a
Jeshua.
savior. This is depending on you're closer, regardless. You're much closer than Jewel.
Throw away.
All right, you're 4 for 4.
Wow.
Dang
wow.
it, well, thanks for being here, Josh.
You're driving a real wedge between us, Josh.